right, welcome back. Again, I'm Rachel Simonson. I serve as the gift planner for St. John's Foundation, and we've broken down our chicken. And now I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what to do with these breasts that we cut up. If you remember, we took and we cut the breasts apart. I'll show you, they look like that. We cut those apart. They're lovely. I patted everything dry, cleaned up my board, and now we're gonna figure out what to do with these chicken breasts. A couple of different things. Once you've got chicken in this style, the options are limitless. One of the things I like to do is to pound them just a little bit thinner. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I have a pounder. I think it's called a paillard actually, and it's heavy. If you don't have one of these, use a saucepan that's heavy. Even a can of tomatoes or something that has some weight to it will help you pound these chicken breasts thin. And then when I'm done pounding them, I'm just going to show you a little quick cheat. Now you've seen, if you've watched cooking shows, the breading stations. Dip your meat product in flour, then in egg, and then in whatever coating you're going to fry up or saute up. That's a lot of work, it's a lot of mess. There are easier ways to do things. Best cheat I know is to spread a little mayonnaise. Just plain old mayonnaise over your chicken breast and then get to coating. I like to use these Japanese style breadcrumbs. They are very, very crispy, so you don't have to worry about that crunch factor. They're very light in color, and so if you like a light, crispy appearance to your breaded chicken breasts, these are amazing. If you like it a little bit more golden, I take these and put them on a sheet pan. I take the entire box, put it on a sheet pan, put it in the oven about 350 degrees for 10 minutes or so until they're golden brown. Then, once they go on the chicken, your chicken, even before it's cooked, looks golden brown and delicious. It looks ready to eat. So it will look good when it comes out of the oven without a lot of oil. So a little bit of mayonnaise on the bottom to get the breadcrumbs to adhere, and you're ready to go. But for right now, let's stop and let's just set this up so you can see me pound the chicken. I make it easy on myself. I use some plastic wrap, and I just put it right over the chicken breast. And I'm going to take just a tad, a speck of water, just a little bit to make my hands wet, and tap it onto the plastic wrap. That's going to help my pounder slide. If I didn't have that, it would hit the plastic and just go urch, and I wouldn't get anywhere with that. So let me move this guy out of the way. And here we go. We're just going to put down a little pressure and slide. We're not going to pound the heck out of it. It's not like you're hammering drywall or anything like that. Just tap and slide. Tap and slide. And what this is doing is it's breaking down some of the fibers of the meat so they'll cook more quickly and more evenly and hopefully stay juicy, because the less time it spends in the oven getting to doneness, the juicier it will remain. Now be careful when you're on the thin end, because that will pound out very, very thin, and you can end up with tissue paper thin chicken real easily. So just be cautious down there. Sliding around on my board a little bit. All right, it's about as far as I'm going to take it. And do you see what happened? We've got this piece of chicken that is probably a third again larger than we started with. If you're trying to be economical about things, and if you have family that thinks if you serve them a 4-ounce portion of meat, you're cheating them, guess what? You can come in here now and cut this. I'd cut it right diagonally so that it looks like I've got 2 chicken breasts. That's a little cheat in the kitchen when you're trying to stretch your dollar and you've got people who like to see a plate filled with food. There you go. It fools the eye. It's half the portion size that it once was, but it's still the same size as the original chicken breast. It's a nice little cheat when you're trying to save a little money. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly wash my hands, because every time you touch chicken, there's possibility of cross-contamination. So I'll wash my hands before I touch anything. Okay. All right, I've got salt. I keep salt, kosher salt, in a little bowl like this. Nothing wrong with using regular old table salt, but I'm just gonna make sure that these chicken breasts are seasoned up. Chicken breast doesn't taste like anything until you put some seasoning on it. And you probably will use more salt than you think you should. And that's okay. If you go light on the salt, your food isn't going to have much flavor. Don't worry about putting too much salt on the product that you are creating. When you buy chicken breasts, they can often be infused with salt, and that's where you get more sodium. And that's what's bad in our diet, is all of the processed food that has additional sodium added to it. So then I'm going to take my pepper grinder and do a couple quick little grinds of pepper. All right, trusty mayonnaise. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna flip the chicken over. I used to watch Emeril Lagasse all the time. He talked about how he did not like one-sided tasting food. So always remember to season the backside as well. All right. And no, I didn't stop to wash my hands. I'll wash off my pepper grinder when I'm done here. All right, so the mayonnaise. And I will wash off the jar of mayonnaise as well. Okay, just a little bit. Goes a long way. Just spread it on. Flip it over. I don't want to reach back in there. What I should have done is put a little bit of the mayonnaise in a bowl. So I'm only going to do one of these for you. All right, I can stop right there. And if I were doing a full batch of these, I would have a plate with the panko breadcrumbs. But because I'm just doing one for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to put them right on and give it a little tap. Now watch what happens when I go to turn this over. You'll see that these breadcrumbs stay adhered to the chicken breast. Ha, magical breading. And we'll just do the same thing to the other side. Okay. These are ready to either go in a saute pan on the stove, medium-high heat, probably take 3 minutes per side. And then what do you do with them? Well, one of the things that you can do with them, let me put the camera back up, there we go. One of the things that you can do with a chicken breast like this, use some jarred spaghetti sauce or marinara sauce. Once the chicken is mostly cooked, just spread out some tomato sauce on that. Cover it with a piece of mozzarella or shredded mozzarella or provolone. You've got yourself an instant chicken parmesan. Really easy. The other thing that you could do with this is throw it in the oven when it's mostly baked. It probably will only take 10-12 minutes in the oven. Put a piece of ham, just deli ham, right on top. And if you have some Swiss cheese, put that on top as well and just let the cheese get all melty in the oven. Instant chicken cordon bleu. Whatever flavor combinations you like, once you have a chicken breast like this, it is a blank canvas for whatever's in your pantry. All right, so that's the demonstration this afternoon on how to make instant breaded chicken breasts. Mayonnaise is your best friend. Breadcrumbs are your second best friend. Good luck. Thanks for watching.